Be sure to check out my store for the stuff I use and templates at a low cost, and get my everything pack so you can have everything in my store at a reduced cost, less than $20 if you tweet it out. What's up guys, Qehzy here bringing us another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own sports uniforms, and you guys might be familiar with some of the soccer uniforms I made. I did this MLS redesign a couple weeks ago, and I did this NFL soccer kits design last summer, which got posted on FoxSports and things. But I thought I would show you guys how to create other sports jerseys. I did a tutorial on just soccer jerseys with the yellow images template. Now I'm going to show you how to use the sports templates image or template since they have all these other sports here. I don't have this hockey one, but I'm going to show you the football, soccer, and baseball one. And you can see already from these thumbnails, these are really high quality templates. I really like these templates in comparison with the yellow images ones. If you guys know anything about the yellow images ones, you know it's like $15 per angle, and this one's just all three angles. A lot of built-in design things already, so you just have to edit them yourself, like colors and things. But you can see these are $69. If you want to buy one, if you want to use another template, whatever, I'm just going to be showing you how to use it with these templates. But this link will be in the description if you guys want to check it out, as well as these two projects. But let's just go ahead and get started. So I have the football template here. I'm going to be showing you this one first, and these templates are really simple to use, really easy. You can see the guides are up right now, and I'm just going to Command H to hide those for the moment. And you'll notice when you open this template, there's an effects tab. If you hide that, you can see everything goes 2D. And this is really nice because if you're designing uniforms, a lot of times you're going to be needing the 2D version if it's for a client or something. But we're not going to be worrying about that for the rest of this video. That's just so you guys know. But you can see we have all the other groups here for what we can edit. So I'm going to obviously start with helmet. And you can see we have back, side, and front. Now, the football template is the only template that does this, and it's only with the helmets where you have to edit each side. Usually, if you edit one side, it will automatically edit the other two. For example, if I edit something on the pants later on, it'll edit it for the other two. So the helmet's the only thing that's different. But if we open up the back tab, you can see anything that's red is for changing color, and then purple is where you can change like an image or something. So I'm actually on my laptop. I don't have my big monitor because it's up at school and I'm home for spring break. So if I open this tab, I'm going to be struggling for tabs at the moment. Everything's really crammed and I don't like that. But you can see this is the helmet design from the back. So you can see we just have a simple stripe right now. And if I double click and hit color overlay, select black, click OK, made it black now. And say I want to add a logo. So you can see from the template it's a Real Madrid football jersey. So I'm just going to add these Real Madrid logos, which were already, I added like a month ago or whatever when I got this template. But you can just add it to either side. You can see it's just lined up with the edges, really easy. And then if you save that and close that document, you can see if you look here at the back, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see it updates with the logo there. And now, like I said, usually with everything else, it'll update it for each one. But in the case of the helmets, you got to edit each part. Also, you can notice we have all these other things that we can edit the color. So like interior padding, if I double click on this, you can see I can choose a color. And if I choose red, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right in there, changes the color. And you can do that for everything here. I usually kind of just leave it to default. But that's up to you, except the mask you might want to change different colors at times. But if we check out of that and go to the side, maybe we'll be able to see the logo a little better here. So let's go to the purple layer, double click, and add the logo. And when you go to add logos, the sports templates logo will already be there. So you just kind of have to line up your logo with that. So you can see I added the Real Madrid logo, kind of tilted it sideways, centered it with the other logo. Maybe slightly off-centered. Maybe that looked better at the time. I don't remember. Save it. Close out. Go back. And you can see, boom, it updates right there. And then if we go ahead and double-click the mask, you can probably see this better now. Change the color. Boom, it changes. But you can see it doesn't change for the other two. So that's one of the key things to remember with the helmet is to change every color you change for the back, side, and front. And if we go to the front then, I don't know how I missed this, but where the image is that you double click to change, there's a main body layer, and if you double click on that, that is the main color. And you see if you change it, you could change it to black or red or whatever, but again, it only does one of them. And then we could change this image here too, I guess. You can see when I created the Real Madrid jersey, I went with something a little different. I put the crown on like the top of the head, so it kind of looked like a crown, and then had the sides blank. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool at the time. But yeah, let's move on to the jersey part, and now you'll be able to see how it updates throughout the jersey. Although there is some of the shoulder pad numbers you have to update individually, like the helmet. But you can see, you open the jersey tab and we have boom, graphics, and this badge is the badge right here on the chest. So in the NFL, I believe they have the NFL logo there, and well, obviously they do. But I changed this one to a La Liga logo because of Real Madrid, and this is the default logo that's here. And I kind of just overlaid a black and then added the logo in the middle because I thought that would be easier and made that white. I don't know, you can do whatever with the badge. I'm just going to save that, go back, click out of graphics, and then we have numbers and name. So the one thing here that I don't have selected is the name on the front. So if I just select that, make it white so it's visible, you can see we have text here across the chest. I didn't think it worked for this particular jersey, so I have it hidden. But you can see we can go here and edit numbers and fonts. The font I'm using for this Real Madrid jersey is like reminiscent of like the 2004 season or something like that. Whenever they played Man United in Champions League, I believe it was at Old Trafford, the final score was like 4-3. I just had those jerseys in mind, and I try to pick a font similar to those kits. But if I go here and change 10 to something else, maybe 7, you can see it updates on the left jersey, updates on the the left or the right jersey then. But you can see the shoulder pads and the front jersey still don't update, but everything else will. It's just the numbers are a little bit different in this case. And then boom, we have the collar, can change that. And if we go here, this is the side shoulder number. This is when we can change all the other numbers. So if we click in here, we can start changing numbers and things. But you guys get the gist. Now we get to some customization of the jerseys and things. So these are obviously red tabs, so we can change the color of them. So if I double click on jersey shoulders, you can see if I make this white, changes the color. So already we're getting a little bit of a different design. It's not a solid purple. So I could go maybe like a lighter purple like that. And then the jersey sleeves are already a slightly different purple. If I go a little darker, you can see it changes that. Maybe go like that. But that's how you can start getting some designs to your jersey and things. And then if we go down here, you can see on the jersey torso layer, I added logos as clipping masks. So this is the Real Madrid logo, this is the Adidas logo, and this is where you can start adding some designs. So maybe some stripes and things. I doubt you'd have stripes on a football jersey, but you know what I mean. So if I go ahead and get the rectangle tool, and say I just wanted to add a vertical stripe, if I just go across here like that, and I'm just going to go ahead and rasterize the layer and hit I to inverse it. You can see if I go across the whole jersey, everything will be in line and look pretty good with the shadowing and stuff. You could try setting it to different layers as well, so maybe multiply will look better. No, it's a white layer, what am I thinking? But with different colors and things, you can play around with the layers and maybe get something that looks a little better than just normal. Or maybe like bring down the opacity a little bit so it blends in with the shadows a little bit more. Stuff like that. But this is where you can start adding design features to the jersey. Now, a football jersey, I mean, you don't really see anything too crazy with them. It's usually pretty basic. So there's not too much you can add. But when you get down to the pants, where we're going next, you can actually play around with some neat stripes and things. So you can see this says peanuts, but you get the gist. And one thing I like about these templates a lot more than the yellow images one that I used in my project before, there's a lot more detail. So you can see like the laces have a color, every part of the helmet had a color, the jersey had the sleeves and everything. But there's a lot of detail to be added, and they get all the features pretty spot on. Like they don't forget anything. So you can see the sideline, the sideline layer is the side stripe. You can see there's a bunch of them. You don't have to edit all these individually. just double click on one and we can change the stripe. I'm just going to get rid of the 3 Adidas stripes that I had there previously. We'll put a black stripe. Actually, is this one white here? Yeah, so this is a solid white one. I'm just going to save that. And come on. You can see I save that and it updates it on every pant. So you don't have to go through and edit each one like we had to do with the helmets and the numbers. So that's how it's going to be like throughout with the rest of the templates. This was just like a rare case with the helmet and numbers. So you can add a bunch of different pant designs and stuff. You can see the Adidas stripes I went with previously. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe if I check this, you'll be able to see them a little bit better. I did like a stair-stepping effect with the stripes. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with the stripes. You can get a lot of personality out of a team with the stripes. For example, if you guys are familiar with the Cincinnati Bengals, their stripes have the tiger stripes going down on them, and they're kind of like a sharper fang-like stripe. They kind of go into a little bit of a rounded point, which is pretty neat. A lot of teams just have basic stripes, but you can get a bit of personality out of the stripes if you really are going that route. And then the last bit are the shoes and socks, which you can change color of. Again, with the socks, which is the pads part is the top part. And this is where you can do stuff like create a new layer, get a clipping mask. Before I added the stripe, but say you wanted to add like a gradient or something. If I go get the gradient tool, click at the bottom of the pad, go to the top holding shift. Boom, it updates it to all of them because it's on the clip mask. And it's just really easy to go ahead and design through doing that because everything's in line here. So you can just add a design throughout the whole thing and it'll update it on all 3 sides, which is really sweet. So that is essentially the football template, guys. Let's head over to the baseball template next. Alright, so here's the baseball template. You can see I have Falcons jerseys. I made Falcons and Patriots jerseys because they were in the Super Bowl. But I'm going to go ahead and hide the guides here. Let's blow this up. And you can see the baseball has 4 angles. It has either side, which is pretty neat. And you can see it has a hat, which you think would be similar to the helmet with the design. Like you have to edit each one, but in this case you don't. So you can see we have a folder here called cap. That is the hat. And I'm going to hide the uniform. If we go into the editable shapes, we have, again, a bunch of different options here, which, again, is why I like this template. A lot of details to it. You can see, if I zoom in here, sorry if this takes a little bit. I don't know why my Photoshop's taking, like, a while to load things. It usually doesn't do this. If I zoom in on the hat here, you can see all the little details. It has the little metal rings. And we have the stitches here, so and the plastic strap. So if I click on the plastic strap, you can go ahead and edit that. The metal is the little rings, I believe. Yeah, so you can edit those. Cap stitches, you can edit the stitches on the cap, obviously. Same with the flap stitches, and then as well as the flap. So there's a lot of customization when it comes to the hat, which is really nice. It's not just like you change the color of the hat or the brim, like add a logo or something. You get the stitches and everything, which I think is really nice. And then obviously we have the purple layer here, which is the cap logo. So if I double click on this, you can see I have the Falcons logo here, but if I switch it to the sports templates logo, save it, come back, you can see it updates that on all the hats. So again, like I said, you don't have to go through and edit each one. Now let's head on over to the uniform part, and the baseball jersey is really sweet with the uniform because there's all the pre-designs in there. So you can see the design I have on it here, the outer, like, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's like an outline. That's already there for you. You don't have to design that yourself or anything. So if we go here, again here, like right arm logo, left arm logo, chest text. Actually, I'll show you the chest text logo layer because it's pretty neat. If I go ahead and select the original here and I go to the number, I'm going to bring the number over to the other side. We'll change this to 3. Save it. Go back to the template and you can see, boom, updates across. And if you have the logo go across the button part, it still looks good. It's pretty seamless. Like, it doesn't look dumb or anything. And you can also add just the logos on the top left or top right or whatever, like some teams do. And yeah, let me close these guys. But you can then change the right arm logo and left arm logo, and it updates throughout. So the right arm logo, I just have the NFL logo and then the Atlanta logo on the other one. Now we have the back name, back number. That's self-explanatory. There's only one side that's visible on. You can't see it from either side view, so you just have to edit it on that one. And you can change the colors and things with that. But we get to the good stuff here, the design options. So this is where we have so many options to customize this, which is really sweet. So you have the undershirt color, and you can't get rid of the undershirt, but I think that actually enhances the template a little bit, since most players in the MLB wear undershirts throughout the year. So you're going to kind of want that. Then you have the buttons thread, again with the details. They have like every little thing, which is really sweet if you have specific designs in mind. But if I zoom in here, I don't know if you can see it on the recording. I can see it fine, but the button thread is red. Oh, by the way, I haven't pointed this out, but if you zoom in on these jerseys, they have really nice textures too. So if I zoom in here, you can see this one has like a stripe texture going on here that looks really like soft and really nice. I forgot to mention that the football one has a really nice shiny texture as well. But if we go down, we got the buttons color, and then we have some of the design options. So if I check this guy, you can see this is like the sleeve trim. This is like a thicker one. I have the small one selected currently, and you could do like both of them. So if I get the small one, change it to maybe white, you can see, boom, you have both colors going on. Then you have the outer stripe, or outer outline, I guess, and then you have the outline I had. And let me just go ahead and check all these. Then you have an inner one. This is probably black. Let me change the color. Boom. The main collar. So that is like where all the buttons are and things throughout. And yeah, the collar like that. And then we have shoulders. So you have all these design options to fully customize this thing. And that's basically every baseball jersey design. Like, there's not much else you can do. And then the pinstripes. Let me just kind of deselect some of this. The pinstripes are down here at the bottom, so you can select those and boom, get the pinstripes that is iconic with baseball. And then all these logos here are the logos that you already edited at the top, so you don't have to worry about them. They're just on the other jersey, on the other jerseys. So that's basically the jersey part, the top. Let's go on to the pants. And the pants, again, have some pretty good detail with the belt and stuff. So you have the stripe, which you can go ahead and edit like the baseball pant or the football pants. Then you got the belt buckle color, you got the belt color, and then the pinstripe option again. And then obviously change the color of the pants itself. I'm actually going to change that to black real quick. Let me change the stripes to red because that's going to bother me. Alright, cool. And then that's basically the baseball jersey then. Obviously you have the shoes and socks, which is pretty self-explanatory. You got a 3-stripe default option, but you can go ahead and add your own stripes or whatever like I showed you before. Now that's the baseball jersey. Let's go to the soccer jersey. Alright, so here's the soccer jersey. I'm just going to get rid of the guides, and you can notice this template is like it's like a tight jersey, more like a tight fitting jersey, such like Under Armour. I guess Under Armour their jerseys aren't that tight, but Puma jerseys are really tight, and this I think was designed as a Puma jersey design. But one of the good things is you can use your imagination and use it for Nike and Adidas. It's really not that big of a deal. And one thing that's really nice about this template is it has the pre-stripes in here. So one thing with the yellow images, I only ever had the yellow images soccer template, and one thing that I hated is that if I added stripes, they kind of had guides for you, but they weren't that great and they weren't that accurate. And with the template, some of them would be slightly on an angle, so you'd have to angle them slightly to get them straight or for them to look straight. This has all the stripes already on there. It has the single stripe that like Puma does, like Nike does, and then it has the 3 stripes like Adidas. So it already has those stripes there for you, which is super, super helpful. Trust me, if you're trying to line them up yourself, it gets kind of frustrating. And to get the thickness right, you're like, oh, is it too thin, is it too thick, etc. So this is really nice how it is. You can see I have an Indians jersey going on here. because they were in the World Series. I forget the other team I did for the soccer jersey. I don't think it was the Cubs, but you can see I open up the shirt here, and we have a bunch of different design options right away. So the first one is like the sleeve colors and things. Okay, it wasn't updating for me. I thought I had a different color selected. You can see it changes the colors of the sleeves. Again, this is a good design option that with the yellow images template is hard to get because you can really only cut it off at the sleeves. You can't go into the shoulders, or else it looks all funky with the way their template is set up. And then here's another one, another shoulder sleeves. This is the nicer one because it doesn't cut off the back. But yeah, so you got those two design options already built in. You got the collar. Here is what I was talking about the 3 stripes. So you have the 3 stripes, and those will line up with the pants 3 stripes, which is awesome. I'm going to stick with the 1 side stripe though. Sleeve ends, you can change the color of those, like so. I'm just going to uncheck them. And then you can just do the standard sleeves too, like that. And then any other design options you're going to have to design yourself. But I mean, that's the whole point of designing the jersey. So you can see here's the main shirt template, or shirt layer. So you can see I can change it to white. And this is where I'd start adding some of the designs and things as a clipping mask underneath like the logos and stuff, which by the way are all here to edit. So there's a front chest and the 3/4 chest. These are the same things, you just have to edit one, it'll update both of these, and then obviously you have the back one here. But if you want to add a design or something, say, let me go to this jersey here. You can see I have a slight gradient from blue to blue, obviously. If I go back here, if I want to do something like that, I just got to create a new layer. I can get the gradient tool, or I could color this. Let's color it blue again. Actually, let me just pick it. Something like that. It's not the right blue, but if we go here, get the gradient tool, let's go to transparent, and let's actually, let me flip this around, get the white. So I have to go to the bottom of the jersey, and I'll start here since this one's centered. Bottom of the jersey, shift to the top, boom, set that to overlay, and boom, we get a nice gradient. And then I can hit Command T on that layer and maybe bring it down so the gradient's not as pronounced, like so, and decrease the opacity or something. And if I want to add designs or something, create a new layer, either create the design, or I'm just going to use a brush as an example. By the way, this is how I created that LA Galaxy jersey, was using this brush, if I can find it. Where's it at? This was one of them. But you can go ahead and just boom, boom, and it's not on the other side. But you can go ahead and add designs and things, set it to overlay. I don't know, do whatever. To create that LA Galaxy thing, by the way, this brush I'm using is, I downloaded off DeviantArt or something, if you guys want it. But you can see I just did those a bunch, blurred them, and kind of made them vertical, and created that sort of effect. So it's really easy to design these. You just have to get some creative ideas, but it's really awesome when you get one and it turns out well. So let's move on to the shorts. Shorts, again, pretty self-explanatory. Here are the 3 stripes, which line up with the shirt stripes, which are really nice. The single stripe. And then you got the logos. The Under Armour logo that I have here, I just added down here. You can see it's this layer. So if you want to do something like that, again, you just create a new layer that's a clipping mask on the main shorts layer to edit it. And then we have, like I said before, the shoes layer, which you can just change colors and stuff. I personally don't add any designs to the shoes, which is why I haven't talked about them much. But I guess you can add logos and stuff, which I didn't even know. I didn't know you could do this. I just don't even veer that far into oh wait, that's the socks that you can add the logo. Duh, sorry. But alright guys, that's essentially it. I'm just gonna show you guys what I designed with these kits. Oh, I did make the Cubs jersey, huh? If I open this up, you can see I got the Cubs kit. I kept it simple for these too, by the way. I didn't go too far. I did stripes, the Falcons jersey, which you saw, other Falcons jersey, Indians jersey, which you saw, white Indians jersey, a Man U football jersey, did a little devil helmet. You can see, I think this is pretty neat. Man U home jersey, this is based off their current jersey, like the two halves thing. Patriots baseball jersey, away, home, and then the Real Madrid one you saw, and then the other Real Madrid one. So you can see these are some pretty cool designs. I didn't spend much time on these. I kind of just created them in like a couple hours while I was fiddling with these templates, checking them out. I have been working on some other stuff with the templates that I haven't gotten to post, and I'm not going to show you yet because it's going to stay under wraps for a little bit longer. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you can go out and create your own sports templates or sports jerseys with these templates. Hopefully you enjoyed. Give the video a like if it helps you in any way. Subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.